those reports say Governor Rossell already recorded a video message and plans to release it sometime before noon today. Now, all of this drama beginning just a day after the island's former Secretary of Education and 5 others were arrested on charges of steering federal money to unqualified, politically connected contractors. And then, of course, the leak that touched off the protests. Nearly 2 weeks of protests calling for Rossell's resignation, where hundreds of thousands of people poured into the street, the largest demonstration on Monday. Now, those protests at time turning violent as police fired tear gas and rubber bullets into the crowds. They've been calling for the governor's resignation over hundreds of pages of leaked text messages that contain homophobic and misogynistic language. Now, some of those offensive texts directed at former council speaker Melissa Mark Viverito, who you just heard from. She's down there taking part in the protests and speaking to Pix 11 by phone this morning. Mark Viverito said word of Rossell's pending resignation would be a victory of the people.
But to have almost 1 million people out on the streets on Monday, to think about a third of the population of New York City taking to the streets to ask that their leader resign. I mean, this is massive. It's peaceful. This is a revolution to some extent, and that's the way it's being categorized here. So really it is an exciting moment about how people are reclaiming their government and saying that the way things were going and the way things are going are not sustainable, don't represent us, and we need an about-face.
Now, the former speaker has been an outspoken critic of Rossell. We've learned that authorities have executed search warrants to seize the cell phones of members of Rossell's inner circle. Now, the Secretary of State for Puerto Rico has already resigned, as has Rossell's chief of staff, who, in a letter of resignation, said he feared for his family's safety. Now, as for who will take over as governor, it's expected to be the Secretary of the Department of Justice, Wanda Vasquez. Dan, Betty.